Wow, Donald Trump is not taking this fight with Elon Musk well at all. He's having a truly unhinged morning. This is what he posted. The Trump meme coin is a tracker of president's success. Almost everyone is talking about the meme coin with a special focus on the big game changer, the Trump meme coin. The coin is aptly called $Trump. It's a repost of a Newsmax article, but that's what he's posting. And we know Donald Trump frequently looks at the New York Post. I mean, look at this humiliating front page of the New York Post. It says, "I hate my ex," with a broken heart of Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And here's what Trump's telling the media after Elon Musk has called for Donald Trump to be impeached, after Elon Musk said that Donald Trump is covering up the Epstein files because Trump's in the files, and that, mark that post for later, we'll all uncover the truth about Trump and Epstein. As Elon Musk is saying that Donald Trump would not have won the 2024 election if it wasn't for Elon Musk. What's Donald Trump's response? He goes, I'm going to take the high road. I'm not even thinking about Elon. He's got a problem. The poor guy has got a problem. Clearly, Donald Trump does not want to talk about his connection in the Epstein files. This is what Donald Trump told ABC. "You mean the man who's lost his mind? You mean the crazy man? Oh, I don't want to talk about him right now." Well, the whole world is talking about this and laughing at Donald Trump and the United States. As FedWatch writes, the Musk-Trump fight displays a weakening of the power play, which is what China will leverage. Trump is completely folding to China's demands, making de-escalation a recurring issue. In other words, the day-to-day weirdo stuff that's going on in the United States makes the U.S. look incredibly weak. And the power play here is China going to other countries in Southeast Asia, going to Europe, going to South America, Central America, Mexico, and Africa, and saying, you see what's going on over there in the U.S.? They are not a stable country. It is a dystopian, bizarre reality show. You can't do business with them. Come over here. Let's have a chat. And while Donald Trump and Musk are involved in all of these just embarrassing public fights, here's what Dmitry Novikov, the first deputy chairman in Russia, had to say to their state regime media. He says he will not need any political asylum. We don't think Musk will need political asylum, but if he did, Russia would be happy to provide Musk with political asylum. Like, they're mocking us. They're mocking us here right now. And that's the statements coming out of Russia. Donald Trump, panic post after panic post like this one over here. And he's attacking the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, and Trump's pretending like we got good job numbers when we didn't get good job numbers. Unemployment is ticking up. We had a revision of the last 2 months where we lost 95,000 additional jobs than were previously reported as a result of a downward revision that was made. So here's Trump's post this morning. Too late at the Fed is a disaster. He refers to the chairman of the Federal Reserve as too late. Europe has had 10 rate cuts. We have had none. Despite him, our country is doing great. Go for a full point. Rocket fuel. And then Donald Trump puts this all in caps. America is hot. 6 months ago, it was cold as ice. Border is closed. Prices are down. Wages are up. And I just ask you, when you go into a grocery store, a convenience store, a department store, wherever, do you see the prices down? Because they're not. The prices are up. Housing is less affordable, not more affordable. There's no peace in Ukraine in 24 hours. All of Donald Trump's promises are lies, and then he lies on top of the lies. He says gas is $1.99. No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't anywhere. And he just thinks he'll lie his way and Ponzi scheme his way out of it. On a rounded basis, The unemployment rate ticked up to 4.244% in May from 4.18% in April. The high last year was 4.231% in November. So right now, currently, while Donald Trump's saying this is hot, everything's hot, he says. It's a weird thing to say. This is the highest unrounded print unemployment since October of 2021, getting out of COVID. It's the worst unemployment number since October 2021. That's not good. And as Heather Long says, this is an abundance of caution economy. Companies outside of healthcare and restaurants are hesitant to hire. Temporary help jobs are being slashed. Professional and business services aren't hiring. Manufacturing is cutting jobs. Even retail is shedding jobs. We lost 8,000 manufacturing jobs. And Trump's saying, I've made manufacturing better. We've lost 8,000 manufacturing jobs. So Lori Chavez-DeRemer, Trump's labor secretary, went on Fox. And the Fox host said, this isn't good. You've lost 8,000 manufacturing jobs. So why are you bragging about that? And here's what Lori Chavez-DeRemer says. And you'll notice it's just a bunch of word salad, what she says. Here, play this clip.
Now, 8,000 manufacturing jobs were lost in May. That's not what you wanted to see.
Well, we're certainly holding steady. And under the Trump administration, manufacturing jobs are still up over what the last administration under Biden had. The focus of my America at Work tour is to increase those manufacturing jobs, and we'll continue to stay laser focused on that as the president continues to double down on how important this is to the American economy.
But how come we're losing 8,000 manufacturing jobs in May? And when there's a big push to bring manufacturing jobs back to America, how come we're losing those jobs?
Well, we're certainly holding steady. And as we increase construction jobs, as we increase healthcare jobs, and again, that focus on building those manufacturing plants, it will take some time. The president has done a wonderful job in negotiating the level playing field. As far as the tariff discussions have gone, but those onshoring of those jobs, we're seeing tens of trillions of dollars being reinvested here in the United States. And I'll continue to focus on that skilled workforce as those manufacturing jobs continue to grow.
You notice how she didn't answer the question and she started talking about healthcare and she said things are stabilizing. Under former President Biden, we had a manufacturing boom. Okay. It's very important, I think, that we have and we consume a healthy news diet. Right. It's why I'm always looking to see what's the right wing echo chamber saying. What are they saying on the left wing? What's the so-called center, saying? What's being reported out there? And I'm able to find trends. For example, anything that's positive about NATO, you'll never see the right wing really talk about at all. Which is notable. For this video and for all my videos, I use a research tool called Blind Spot, and it's on Ground News. Ground News is the overall research tool, and Blind Spot is a feature that I use where I see how many people on the left or right are covering a specific issue, and it informs the way I do my takes here. For me, Ground News is essential. To see through any double standards in the current media ecosphere, go to ground.news/MTN or scan the QR code. We're giving our viewers 40% off of Ground News top tier Vantage plan, which will get you unlimited access to everything I've shown you and more. You go to ground.news/MTN. Go and check that out and get that 40%. Get that 40% off right now. It's a great research tool that I'm using here. Let's take a look over here at what are they saying on the right wing about Elon Musk exposing Trump's participation in the Epstein list, or is what Elon said about Trump. This is what Newsmax is saying, for example. Here, let's play this clip.
Still love Trump, and I really like Elon. This is just a really crappy scenario right now, and I really hope these two can patch these things up, because I think Elon took a low blow by tweeting that, quote, DJT was on the Epstein client list. I mean, something that he knows can't be immediately verified. Also, if Trump was on that island doing something illegal, after all the legal battles that Biden threw at him, if he had done something illegal with Jeffrey Epstein, you would think they would have thrown that at him, no? They pulled out the stops on everything else. The only thing we can point to that was a known association with Epstein was that he was at his club once. And by the way, Trump kicked him out of that club because of reported bad behavior. And also, Elon, if you knew he was on the Epstein client list, why did you let him board Marine One with your son? Just asking. But the best thing for Trump to do now is to release the list, something that also our FBI and Pam Bondi have promised us.
Now, on the right wing, what is Charlie Kirk saying about Elon's fight with Donald Trump? Play this clip.
Let's talk about the perspective here of where we as a movement go next. Is it best to largely ignore this? I think that's probably best. We kind of have the blow up, dust up. Again, this alternatively could have been like a 2-week feud, and it still might be. But like, again, when you accuse someone of being in the Epstein files, oh, and they also want him to be impeached, right? Mm-hmm. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Interestingly, though, he might still be pro JD because he was like, I want Trump replaced with JD. So whatever.
And then meanwhile, you have Donald Trump continuing just to post and post away like this. The failing New York Times and the Washington Compost, two papers that have ruthlessly fought me for years, have each done polls where a vast majority of those sampled are Democrats. In other words, the polls, just like their writings, are rigged. It's not possible for a Republican to do well in such a poll. They are corrupt as hell. The real polls, just whiny. It's just whiny stuff. This came from a MAGA Republican Congresswoman, Mary Miller, just to tell you what they think about people. She goes, it's deeply troubling that a Sikh was allowed to lead prayer in the House of Representatives this morning. This should have never been allowed to happen. America was founded as a Christian nation, and I believe our government should reflect that truth, not drift further from it. May God have mercy. She posted it and then she deleted it. One of the things we're also learning this morning as well, we've been reporting about it for a long time, but it was in the Washington Post this morning. The Trump administration is very quietly behind the scenes racing to rehire a lot of people that they fired from government agencies because the government is collapsing and they need these jobs to do the actual work. So they're reaching back out to the people and saying, actually, can you please come back? We know we fired you and we defamed you, but we need you at the IRS. We need you at this agency. We need you at this agency. Maybe we shouldn't have fired you. Another point that I think will become I always like to tell you also what I think will become the bigger stories in the future and what to look for. And that's the World Cup and the Olympics in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. We're hosting the Olympics here and then the World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. You know, with Trump's travel ban, the only exemptions are for the athletes themselves, not even their family members and not their fans. And U.S. Customs and Border Patrol is going to be one of the primary agencies that's going to be providing protection and security at these events. I mean, the group that will be doing deportations claims that they're going to be doing security. And so I think as we get closer to FIFA, as we get closer to all of these things, I think we're going to start to see that becoming a bigger story. And I want you all to start focusing on that because I think soon enough, that's going to be a major issue. Will foreign countries be sending their people here to the United States? So that's what I got for us this morning. We'll keep you posted with more. Hit subscribe and let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.